welcome back to my channel. So I've been meaning to do this video for quite some time now, and when I said that I was going to do like a top 5 or like a favourites highlighter video, so many of you guys commented and was like, yes please, so I had to film this video for you. So I'm just going to jump straight in there, and the first one that I'm going to mention is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors Pressed. So these are the powder ones. I also have Opal, but this one is Champagne Pop, which is the collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, and this totally knocks Opal out of the water, especially for me and my skin tone. Opal is great, but if you're a little bit paler than me, then that one might be, well, it won't be better, but yeah, it will work better on you than it does on me. So yeah, Champagne Pop is just this gorgeous champagne pop. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It works for so many skin tones. I mean, if you're super pale, this might not work for you. But yeah, if you've got just like a hint of tan on or anything, this is going to look gorgeous. And even if you're super dark skinned too, this is just a gorgeous highlighter for most people, and I absolutely love it. What I love about this is that it glides onto the skin and it's just so creamy and buttery. It's not chalky whatsoever. You don't have like flakes of glitter at all, and that's what I really love. So this has probably got to be like my #1 favourite highlighter of all of them, which is probably why I mentioned it first. The rest of the highlighters I'm going to mention are not in any particular order whatsoever. That one just happened to be my #1 favourite, and I spoke about it first. But yeah, moving on, this one is limited edition, and the reason why I'm mentioning it is because someone did comment and said, even if it's limited edition, let us know, because sometimes you can still like get hold of them, or when they're re-released, things like that, yeah, you can purchase them then. So this one is limited edition, but it's just so gorgeous. It's the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish Powder, and this is in the shade Oh Darling, and I think that this is very similar to Champagne Pop. Again, such a nice smooth and buttery and creamy texture. Well, it's not creamy, but you know what I mean. For a powder, it just goes on super smooth, and it really does pop. I don't like a highlighter that, you know, it takes ages for you to be able to see it. I want to put it on and it's like bam, and this does that, and I just love the tone of it. It's not too, I like the gold to be like a nice light gold, because that's how it's kind of going to pop on my cheekbones. Also, you can apply these wet, so if you dip your brush in this and then just spritz your brush with some Fix Plus spray, you're really going to be able to see this pop on your cheeks, and anywhere else you want to put it. Also with this, you can build it up, so if you do want to apply it lightly, you can do so, but it's still going to be visible, which is what I like. Next up is one that I purchased not too long ago, but I have been obsessed with it. I absolutely love it, and it's the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. Again, this highlighter has got the right kind of gold to it, so if you just look, if I just compare the Extra Dimension by MAC and the Laura Geller one, the shades are very similar, so you can kind of see what I'm going for when I'm picking my highlighters. So something that's not got too much kind of depth to it. You want something that's a bit cooler, a bit of a cooler gold, because that's really what's going to kind of enhance your cheekbones, and it's going to give you that contrast between your contour and then the highlight. So yeah, I really love the shade of this. Again, this one is very creamy to apply, even though it's a powder, but it does have a few flakes of glitter in it, but again, it's nothing too overbearing. So yeah, you won't see chunks of glitter on your cheeks, which I personally am not a fan of. Next up is a drugstore highlighter, and it's my only favourite drugstore highlighter. I've never come across a drugstore highlighter that is this good, and it's the Sleek Makeup Highlighting Palette. This is the Celeste palette. I can't say the word Celeste. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. But it's this gorgeous gold palette here. I do love all of the shades that come in this palette, but my favourite for highlighting for me personally is this one right here at the bottom, and this one right here. And you can apply this one first and then put this right over the top of it for like a bright pop. And yeah, again, this is a highlighter that if you put the smallest bit on, you are really going to be able to see it. It's just wham bam, thank you ma'am, the gods can see you. Trust me, this is crazy. For a drugstore highlight, I must say this is super impressive. I've tried a lot of highlighters, high-end, low-end, and this beats some high-end highlighters. Like, yeah, this is so good. So yeah, I don't really wear the purpley one too much just because I find that it's not that complementary to my skin tone. However, this peachy golden one and then this really light golden one work beautifully. And for my penultimate favourite highlighter, of course I had to mention an Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It wouldn't be a favourite highlighters video without mentioning Anastasia Beverly Hills because god damn, she's so good. And it is the So Hollywood Illuminator. Again, very, very similar to the MAC one. In fact, I think the MAC one and I've said this before on my channel, I'm sure I have, the MAC one and the So Hollywood Illuminator are basically identical. So if you can't get your hands on this limited edition one now, or if it does come out in the future and you can't get hold of it, then you can go for Oh Darling by Anastasia Beverly Hills because it is exactly the same. So yeah, it applies beautifully. Again, I just find that this again is just such a pretty highlighter, and this is one that I like to apply down the center of my nose. I like to pop this on the top of my forehead as well, just because it's not going to give me any glittery like chunks on my face, and it just is creamy and gorgeous. Finally, I have to mention the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I have this in the shade That Glow. So it comes with 4 highlighters here, really, really decent size as well. And one of them, this one is Sunburst, this is Golden Bronze, this is Bubbly, and this one is Dripping in Gold. My favourites have to be Dripping in Gold and Bubbly. I like to mix those two together, and then for a little pop, just right at the top of your cheekbone, I like to apply Sunburst, just like I said, to enhance that highlight further. I must say, So Hollywood Illuminator, I find, is better than this kit. However, it is a really, really good kit still. So if you are a makeup artist and you just wanted to carry like one set of highlighters that are going to suit a lot of skin tones, then I would go for something like this than having lots of individual highlighters. And you can totally create that So Hollywood kind of shade within these highlighters, maybe by applying a bit more Sunburst. But yeah, I have to say, this, I find it does pop, but you do need to build it up a little bit more, especially on my skin tone. And I kind of have to carry on going in with the lighter shades to see it. But it is still gorgeous nonetheless, otherwise I wouldn't mention it in this video. But yeah, I think that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you want me to do any more like favourite kind of categories, like bronzers or whatever, comment below, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else you'd love to see from me next. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all of that other good stuff. All the links for everything will be down below in the description box. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye!